All right, hold on. All right, class. Welcome to our intro to 3D printing. This is Engineering 1. I'm Mr. Scheffler. If you are not supposed to be in this class, please let me know. We'll make arrangements. So, starting off this unit, we're going to be talking about 3D printing. Has anybody used a 3D printer before? Yeah, Matt? Anybody? Yeah, multi-eyes. Okay. So, what can you tell me quick just about 3D printing quick? Yeah?
You mean filament print something?
Okay.
One of the fastest way to model products.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, basically, that's exactly it. This unit, we're going to be talking about 3D printers. Most of your projects are all going to be 3D printed for the next few weeks. So, we got to start out just teaching you guys a little bit about them, how to use them, how they work, what they are. But to start out, we're going to start with a little game. So, this is just a quick little time-lapse game. We're going to run the 3D printer. When you see an object, if you think you know what it is, just shout it out. First one to get it wins. But we will go full screen with this. Of course, it opens over here. Do you have volume or no? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I got volume. All right, shout it out when you know what it is.
Stairs.
Some of them are easy, some of them are hard.
Cubes.
I always thought it was like a Rubik's Cube. That's kind of what I thought it was. I also don't understand these videos because how is the nozzle not there? You know, like I always see that in time lapse videos. I don't understand it. See what I mean though? Like, why is the nozzle not there in the video?
They might hold it and then maybe they have a green screen and they paint, use the nozzles.
I don't know.
Maybe it's moving too much. Thanos' head.
I wonder where you saw that one from.
That's what they call infill, right?
Wait, the teachers.
That is what they call infill or supports.
Why not just make it solid?
Because that's a lot of plastic that you waste. A lot of extra time.
So how do you know how much you can put inside then?
We will talk about that. Oh, I remember this one. This one's hard. This one, once you see it, it makes more sense. But.
Oh, it's the llama from Fortnite.
Oh, good.
Every single one correct.
Good one. Nice, nice guess. That was impressive. I'll give you that one.
Vote?
Nose
That's what I was thinking those are. You're on fire.
No, that's a wolf. It's from a TV show.
Well, it looks like a lion to me. All right, so hopefully that got you guys thinking a little bit about 3D printers. And let's get back here. Okay. And let's get back here. So did you guys like that video? Yeah, kind of fun? Wait, I want to see it too. I want to see it.
What are we seeing?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's definitely that. Hey, you win. Tyler, you're wrong. You did not go 100%. All right, so hopefully that got you guys thinking a little bit about 3D printing. There we go. So start off, we're going to do a quick, our favorite think, pair, share. Turn with your table, I guess, now that you guys are at table. Just talk about kind of what you guys think 3D printing is. I know we talked a little bit about it earlier, but just think about it. Talk. Do a little think, pair action. Okay, cool. Sounds like you guys are done. So, what do we get? Anybody want to share? Best part about think, pair, shares? Max, what you got?
We noticed that the structures are made up of layers that what make up the object. So maybe the plastic is laid out layer by layer to make the whole 3D.
Perfect. Anybody else? Good answers. All right, so 3D printing is actually a type of manufacturing. It's a certain kind of manufacturing, and it starts with an A. Does anybody know what it's called? Additive. Very good, Luke. So it is an additive manufacturing, which allows for the creation of three-dimensional objects layer by layer. So instead of, more basic types of manufacturing, like if you're cutting a piece of wood, what are you doing? When you cut a piece of wood off, you're removing it. Yep. So that's removal manufacturing, where 3D printing is additive, because instead of cutting away the negative that we don't want, we're adding the positive that we do want. So it's a little bit different kind of manufacturing, and that's kind of what makes 3D printers different. Okay. In 3D printing, there are 4 key concepts that it can get broken down into. So the first one would be the digital design. Anybody describe what the digital design might be? Charles?
Making it on the computer.
Exactly. Process begins with taking your idea, design it on a 3D AutoCAD system, any software. Does anybody got an idea of a software? Lucas? Tinkercad works. SolidWorks, SketchUp, any sort of 3D modeling software will work for 3D printers. You take your idea, you draw it online, boom. Now you have your digital design. Next part, slicing. Does anybody know what slicing means? Oh, wait, I can do this. Yeah. So once you have your digital design, you send it off to the machine, and the machine cuts it into hundreds of thousands of horizontal layers, and it breaks it apart to determine where the 3D printer will then put said filament. So it breaks it down into layers and layers and layers, and depending on the size of the object, you could have thousands of different layers. And then obviously the printing process. This one's pretty easy. Anybody got an idea of the printing process?
Actually, printing.
Bingo. So the printer then uses those slice layers to lay out where the filament goes, like I mentioned. And then finishing, I know we talked about this a little bit, but finishing, it could be anything after. So if you notice on these little smaller ones, they have these supports that you have to throw in there, because obviously your 3D printer might fall over. So finishing could be cleaning off the supports, sanding it, painting it. Say you don't want them all black, you can paint them. That's basically the 4 key concepts of 3D printing. Yeah. And so other than art, the last big phase that we use 3D printers in is, of course, education, which is kind of what we're doing right now. 3D printing is increasingly integrated into educational settings, allowing students to harness our favorite word, STEM. So teaching students about science, technology, engineering, and math, all through 3D printers. When we were all growing up, who had 3D printers in school? Nobody. You did? Really? What grade? Okay, yeah, high school we had them. I don't remember, but I'm talking like middle school. I don't remember 3D printers being a thing in middle. You had 3D printers? I feel like these things just came out. But if you had them in middle school, that's awesome. What am I hitting? Ooh. There might be a movie playing soon. I don't know. I might have hit a button. Okay, so other than education, like I said, accessing STEM and teaching kids, basically, those kids probably know more about 3D printers than I do right now. And that's good for our future, because I feel like 3D printing is our future. Look how much we've come in the last 5 years. Just think about what we can do now, or in the future, sorry. And let's see. Okay, we got lots of different types of printers, but the main 3 are what we call FDM, SLA, and SLS. So fused deposition modeling. I'm not even going to try to say that middle one. Does anybody want to try to say that middle one?
Stereolithography.
Perfect. And selective laser sintering. These are basically 3 main ideas. So the FDMs are what we see most commonly, because it takes plastic filament, or whatever filament it might be. It takes the filament, heats it up, and it extrudes it through the nozzle, and does that level by level, like we see, or the layer by layer. Sorry. And then the
Stereolithography.
Bingo. That takes liquid resin, and it puts it. I'm sure you've seen. I got photos, but takes it. It prints out this liquid, and then it freezes it and hardens it with UV light. And then the SLS, these are kind of your bigger ones. Like these are the industrial grade, like NASA ones, where it takes powdered material. So instead of the FDM that has like the filaments that we all see, the rolls, this takes powdered material and heats it up, and then does essentially the same idea. But you do, yeah. So this is our most common one that we see with just taking filament layer by layer. This is that UV. I think this is like the screen to protect the UV light. And then these are the big boys. I don't know what those are. And let's see.
We have one of those big ones in the garage.
Do you? Does it work? Okay. So some of the different materials. Do we have time for videos? Oh, yeah, we got time. So some of the different materials, plastic, metal, ceramic, and even food. I've seen food printed. I'm just gonna show you guys this one because this one's kind of insane, actually.
3D printing food?
3D printing food, yeah. Never thought that was a thing. But like I said, so lots of materials that can be used for 3D printing. Plastic, metal, ceramic, and food. And
I'm not talking about.
oh yeah, this is gonna freak out for a sec. There we go. Okay, so speed, think pressure. We're just gonna do this out loud. What are some benefits of 3D printers? Go. Anybody?
Cheap.
It's cheap. What else?
Make anything you want.
Make anything you want. What else? What?
Fast.
It's fast. Bingo. Application. How can it be used? Education. Fashion. Household. Medical. Art. Bingo. Food. What are some challenges? I know we didn't go over too many challenges, but what are some challenges you guys can think of with 3D printers? Cost. Bingo. Support structures.
Material availability.
Availability. Also size. Like, I mean, yes, we have how long it takes. That's a good one. Also size. I mean, I know we got some industrial grade, but like you can't 3D print a house. Although I have seen that cement video. I don't know if I trust that. And career opportunities. How can 3D printers be incorporated into career opportunities?
Aerospace.
Aerospace. What about what field are we all going into? Tech ed. How can we use tech ed? How can we use 3D printers in tech ed? Parts. Engineering. Model making. Also just teaching, like what I'm doing right now, teaching you guys about 3D printers. And do you guys have any questions? I have 3D printed before.
What did you make?
Oh, what did I make? We had to make cribbage pins. I know that because we made cribbage board. This was in my high school. We had a CAM class. We'd make the cribbage board and then what?
Didn't you say you didn't have a 3D printer in high school? Because you were amazed at little kids.
No, middle school.
Oh,
Middle school.
Okay. Middle school.
Come on, Mike. Keep up. Pay attention. Put your computer away. Yeah, no, I've 3D printed a few things, but not as much as I'd like to. Any other questions? No? No? Perfect.
Who's the class for?
Engineering 1.
Yeah, but how old?
High school.
Middle school. High school or middle school?
I don't know.
What grade level?
High school. Sure. Could be anything.
So 9 through 12.
You can incorporate it to anything, really.
10, 11, or
For a bunch of